And then one other thing I did want to touch on. So I'm sure you guys probably heard about the Carolina Panthers owner got fined $300,000 for throwing a drink at a fan at the game last week. And, of course, he releases an apology where, he's like, well, I should have let stadium security handle any issues with fans. How about you just start off the apology with, hey, I'm sorry, I apologize. How about you just take a little bit of accountability? I mean, but one of the things I was thinking about earlier is that, if billionaires and sports team owners and, really powerful people think that they're so different from the rest of us and they should be treated differently than the rest of us, okay, that's fine. But then with that comes, the expectation that, hey, you can carry yourself like an adult and not throw your drink like a frustrated 9-year-old when your team sucks. I mean, so I was thinking about that earlier this week, just in terms of, it just feels like there's an accountability crisis in sports, not just in sports, but throughout American culture. But, I mean, there's this, there's, and we talked about this, weeks ago, just with the Michigan, sign stealing scandal, where I got upset because it's like, you guys did cheat. I mean, how about you just admit you cheated and take responsibility for it? But no, it just becomes, well, this is another thing that people are using against us, and we're all going to band together, and it's us against the world. And it's like, well, yeah, but you guys cheated. Like, it's not the world against you. The world's just calling you out because you did something wrong. Like, it's about taking accountability. So,
well, but yeah. What I would to interrupt you there, Clark. I mean, but who's taking the accountability though? Like Connor Stallions cheated, right? All right, is Jim Harbaugh supposed to apologize for? Like the players didn't. The thing that I think about this thing in college football that's different is the Michigan players didn't do this. This isn't a player doing something that they're not supposed to do, breaking a rule. The players did what they were told to do. So I'm not saying, and then the players didn't really do anything wrong. They're just playing the game and trying to win. And but if they want to use that as motivation, go for it. Like, I'm fine with it. You want to use that as, oh well, but is there merit to it? Of course not. But it's just a psychological game that teams play. And but yeah, what I have a problem with is the media people who are like want to just blow this off and act like, oh well, it doesn't matter at all. Now listen, I don't think they won those games because they cheated. I think that's nonsense.
Right.
And I don't think it has anything. It has nothing to do with Michigan winning the national championship this year. To me, it's irrelevant. But we can't just go, oh well, it has no effect on anything, because it does. They're going to be punished. The school is going to they're going to have some kind of thing taken away from them, or something is going to happen because of it. So we have to acknowledge this is a situation that has to be dealt with. We can't just blow it off and go, well, it doesn't matter. And that being said, we're not going to come on here after Michigan wins a national championship and talk about cheating. I'm not going to do that, because they won the championship because of their merits on how well they played, not because they cheated. So,
right.
This is how it works. Like, some people are going to say they cheated. Some people are going to say they didn't. But you know what? The players are all going to hold up the trophy if they win the championship Monday night. And that's all that matters.
Yeah, I guess I'm just really endlessly frustrated with the straw man argument that, like, Colin Cowherd and other people keep bringing out. Oh, well, you're just saying they won because they cheated. No, I'm just pointing out that they cheated. They got caught. Okay? As far as how widespread it was, we'll figure that out over the next, couple years. But I'm just pointing out that they cheated, and like the thing that gets endlessly frustrating to me is that there seems to be this thing where, powerful people just basically go, well, we're just going to do whatever we want and whatever we can get away with. And then if we get caught, we'll just deny it and then just ignore it and then not take accountability for it. It's sort of like the Facebook motto when Facebook started. It was move fast and break stuff. So it's basically like, just do whatever the hell you want. If anything breaks, we'll just we'll deal with it later. And we'll just try, maybe we'll apologize later, but we'll just kind of keep moving forward and doing whatever we can get away with, and then just, whatever, if we did something wrong, okay, fine, whatever. So that just becomes kind of endlessly frustrating to me, that it's just not something that I want to promote. It's like, like, oh, well, why do you think that, why do you think that, certain programs are just more successful than others, or certain businesses are more successful than others? Yeah, I'm sure there's some hard work and dedication and talent and all kinds of other stuff that goes into it. But can we at least acknowledge that sometimes, people get ahead by just, kind of either breaking the rules or coming really close to breaking the rules? And then sometimes people get caught and sometimes they don't. And then the people that don't get caught, we go, oh, well, they're just smarter. It's like, well, not really.
Yeah, sports is not the place to look for integrity, unfortunately. This podcast is not all about integrity. Unfortunately, we try to have some good integrity on here, but we're talking about people who don't seem to possess it, and it doesn't seem to matter to them. So yeah, I agree with you. There should be some accountability taken, and Michigan would be better off just saying, "Yep, all right, we did this, whatever." They'd be better off with the NCAA too, but unfortunately that's not works. That's not how it works, Clark. When the whole thing came up with the New England Patriots and the deflating footballs, nope, they attacked. They went on the offensive instead of trying to deal with the situation. They just attacked everyone, and it got their quarterback suspended for 4 games. So I don't know why people don't realize that attacking people just because, when they're pointing out that you did something wrong, that's not really the best way to do it. But this is how we are. These are competitive people, and
yeah, I guess my point would be like, let's not, let's pause before we go, well, these people are really successful, so that must mean they're inherently better than the rest of us, or they make more money, so they must be inherently better. It's like, no, not really. And if you think that they got there totally legitimately, not necessarily.
Yep.
So